Okay, we are in Wetton, I believe it's called. Parked just outside. There's a little like cafe room thing over there. I don't know if this is where you're supposed to park, but it's a wide bit of road and there's no signs that say don't park here, so I'm sure it's okay. Today we're going to be doing Thor's cave. So I think it's over there, but we've got a big massive circular walk that goes all the way around the like valleys and things like that. I've only ever been here once, but I'm quite excited. If this video looks and sounds any different, it's because I forgot my SD card. So I bought my camera, I bought everything. Yeah, I can't use any of it because I didn't bring an SD card. So we're using my phone, which is going to be painful because I need to look at the trail on my phone as well. So this walking video is going to be a little bit tetchy, to say the least, but I'm going to have to stop filming so I can figure out which way I'm going from the trail, and then and then I'll pick up once we get going. But luckily for me, it's a pretty easy trail to follow because we're literally just going down this road. The road that I drove down, absolutely mental path though, because it went through this tunnel, and I hope that we go past it again so I can like film it and show it you. But I drove through this tunnel and there's these little like juts along the side so that obviously if the cars come in, you can hop in there and get out of the way. But it was really weird driving through it. I've only ever been here once, and it was about, I want to say 4 years ago, maybe even 5. I came with my mum and dad, but it was later in the year, around sort of October, November time, so everywhere was a mud bath. It was impossible trying to walk along some of the paths. I remember just slipping and sliding, and it kind of took the enjoyment out of it. So I'm excited to explore this area now that it's hopefully, well, I say hopefully it's not going to be muddy, but we've had some torrential downpour the last couple of days. Well, yeah, especially yesterday. This area, as you can see, like the floor is kind of wet, but I'm hoping, because it's been really warm recently, that the floor was hard enough for the water to just run off it, or at least not become like really, really muddy. I can't believe I've got my SD card, because this is quite painful to hold up. Like it takes quite a lot for me to lift this up, whereas normally I'm like, I hold it down here. So anyway, we move, we're still out and about, it's still a beautiful day. I mean, it's a little bit different to how it was when we were down south, when we were at Dover. Now we're back up north, we're back in the Peak District. I'm excited to show you Thor's cave. I'm excited to go in Thor's cave actually. When we came, I was with my dog and he just was like scatty and running around, and so we basically just went up, had a look at the cave and then came back down. So I'm excited to explore it because I was reading a little bit about it before we came. Apparently, people used to actually like live in this cave, which is kind of crazy, like years and years and years ago. It's got quite a rich history of people actually living inside it. No one really knows why it's called Thor's cave. People might potentially think it's sort of derived from the word Thor. Yeah, this should be a fairly straightforward beginning. Sorry if the camera is really wobbly. Normally my usual camera that I use is I can't remember what they're called. It's a DJI one, I don't know, but it's on a gimbal. So normally it's like really smooth and nice. Phones have a bit of stabilization, but I don't know if it will be as good. So I'm so sorry about this video being not as sort of nice and smooth looking probably as normal, but what are you gonna do? I need to start writing myself a checklist before I leave, because this is like a 50-minute drive. I couldn't just drive back and then grab the SD card and come. Well, I could, but and that's like a 3-hour round trip just for an SD card. But yeah, we're currently following what seems to be like a little stream, a little river, which is quite nice because even though this is a road, I think I've been walking on it for a couple of minutes now and I've only had like 2 cars pass me. So I don't think it's a busy road. I drove down it and I didn't see anyone coming down it. It's lovely. We've got the sound of the water. I don't know if you can hear it, but yeah, I'm genuinely excited to explore this area. Hopefully I don't get a car parking ticket. Also, I wanted to say an absolutely huge thank you for 1,000 subscribers on this channel. We hit it literally the morning of recording this, so I came out quite excited. We've just hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited for this channel because I really want to dive into it more. I want to do more on this channel. I want to explore more places. I want to maybe even dive into stuff like wild camping and things like that. That's why I changed the name from Isaac Rose Walks to Isaac Rose Outdoors, because then we can do anything and everything that is outside, and that's kind of what I want this channel to be. I just want it to be an exploration page, and I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying the journey and you enjoy these videos. I get the comments on these videos are absolutely lovely, saying that they're calming or they're just nice to put on in the background or anything like that. And I really love the fact that it might get some of you guys out a little bit more. I've had a couple messages already being like, oh, what app should I use, or where should I go walking? I want to go walking, but there's nothing around me. And then I tell them to like download apps like All Trails or just look at maps, and you will find a walk somewhere near you. I promise you, no matter where you are, there will be something. That is the goal with this channel. I want to get more people out walking. It's good for the mental, it's good physically. And look at the beautiful country that we live in. It needs exploring more. It needs appreciating more, because a lot of people don't appreciate this country. I mean, even just this road. I know it's just a green road, but trust me, there's going to be some stunning spots along this walk. So I've been here once before, and I think this is quite a high elevation walk. I think we go quite high up at certain points, so there should be some viewpoints. There's also the actual Thor's cave, which is a lovely little spot as well. So let's get going. I definitely want to explore more of the Peak District. That is one thing that I want to dive into a little bit more. Growing up, like we're sort of the edge of Nottingham. So within half an hour you could be in Matlock, or an hour you could be in Bakewell, which is sort of the bottom end of the peaks. So we've always done that, but I've never gone higher up. I've never actually gone into more of the higher up points and climbed some hills and stuff like that. So that is definitely one goal. This is sort of the starting point, because this is like right at the bottom. I think it's got a name. I'm sure it's like the White Cliffs part of the Peak District or something. Don't quote me on that, because I don't think that's entirely correct. But I mean, just like the hills and it's literally an hour away from my house. I'm so blessed and so lucky to have this so close, but I need to explore it more. Got a little stream coming down from way up there, and it's worked its way all the way down. Oh, and it goes down into the river that we were just walking next to. Look at all the little lambs. Hello. There's so many of them. I think sheep are quite weird creatures, and I don't know why. They're just... Oh, look at the lambs just gone to... I'm really bad at pointing backwards. I've just noticed that. A lamb just went to like go to its mum. Yeah, slightly strange creatures, but little lambs are cute. They're not like fresh lambs. They're probably a couple months old, but still quite cute. they are still quite cute. We've actually got a backpack this time. Last walk I was, obviously because I was so far down south and I'd been away, I didn't have any backpack, I didn't have any water bottles, nothing. So I was in like 30-degree heat with no supplies or anything. It was quite a short walk down the Dover cliffs, but still, I'm glad to have my backpack. I've got a water bottle, I've got some snacks. I've actually bought my book, so I might chill by the stream at some point. Back where the car is, there is a cafe. There's a little car park there, but it said only used for customers, so that's why I parked on like the outside essentially of it. But I might go in, have a little snack, sit by the river, maybe read a little bit. It's my idea of a nice day. I'm currently reading Fourth Wing. I'm close to the end of it. I'm enjoying it. It's been quite hard going from, I went from Brandon Sanderson to Fourth Wing, which was, I went from the Stormlight Archive to the Fourth Wing, which is going from like high fantasy to sort of like smut fantasy. The transition's been a little bit difficult to get used to, but oh wow, look at this, the drop down there. I was a little bit scared because this is the exact road that I drove down, and I was a little bit scared if someone comes down that way, you don't want to accidentally slip down there. That would not be very good. Look how cool this is. I don't know if I'll be able to get a good angle of it, but like a little witch hut just hidden away in the fields. I wonder what that's used for. We're going through the bridge. This is going to be, I didn't know if we were actually going to go through it. This is going to be a little bit scary because if a car does come, I'm going to have to hide to one of these little like notches. So this is the tunnel. It doesn't look as long on video, but trust me, it's actually quite... Is it bad that I'm slightly freaked out because I've watched the film Men, directed by Alex Garland, and someone goes down a tunnel and then someone just... So look, these are the holes that you have to go in if a car's coming. This is so strange. I really don't want a car to come because I'm gonna have to hide in one of them. I don't know if I want to do that. Oh no, a car's coming. I can kind of hear a car. Oh, it's gone the other way. Well, the echo is crazy. Oh, these are so strange. Like, because you can see sort of the rock underneath that is clearly surrounding this tunnel. Well, if you come on this walk, you've got a tunnel to look forward to. See, look, I said it didn't look very long, but I've been walking down it for a while now. There's another jutty out bit. We're nearly at the end. We've nearly escaped without having to hide. Like I said, driving through here was kind of cool as well earlier. And we're nearly there. We are officially out. We made it. And look at the exit that you come out to. That was so cool. Oh, I can hear myself not echoing now. That's so weird. There we go. Well, there it is, the tunnel completed. That's so cool. Okay, so coming from the tunnel, we're not going over the bridge, we're just following the road round on sort of the main road. So go towards this bit if you do the walk. Then I think we just follow this road round still a little bit more. Yeah, so you follow this and it comes to a crossroad. So we're going left, further away. I can hear voices. Oh, look at that house. Imagine living there. Insane to have all of this on your doorstep. And look at this bridge. So nice, such a nice area. That little bit there is a camping field. You can just book, pitch up on here, and then you've got that river there, you've got all the walks around it. I definitely want to get into camping. It's something that we need to do, I think. 100%. Okay, so we've followed that road, we've gone past that house, and now we're going up this little footpath sign. So I assume we're hopping over this wall. And now I need to check if we're going left or right. Okay, I've double checked and we're going this way. So go over the wall and then you're kind of coming back on yourself because we've just come up that road. But I believe this is where we start to sort of go a bit more up. It's so nice to be back up north where people are just normal. Spent last weekend down south and no one talks to anyone. You're going to walk even, like walking past people. No one says hello. Just walk past a group of blokes and they're all like, morning, you're right, yeah. Normal human interactions. It's so weird that like the difference between north and south, that is actually a thing. Because if I said to one of my friends who lives down south, like, Wad, oh, would you not like to say hello to that? He'd be like, oh God, no. He wouldn't even make eye contact. Which is just so strange to me. Well, it happens to the best of us. I'm turning back. I've gone the wrong way. I thought that it was left or right, but I've just re-looked at the map and I think when I went over the wall, I was supposed to kind of go, I didn't see a path up, but it does say that at the top there's a scenic point, so I don't want to miss that. So I'm heading back. I could go this way and I'd still end up roughly at the same point, but I'd just be lower down and I want to go high up. I want to see the views. So we're heading back down the path and I'll see if I can find where we went wrong. Okay, so I've come back to the wall and I've realised that there was that option, and there was this one, this small little path here. So that's why I missed it. I personally think that's a fair mistake to make. I did not see that that was an option. It's starting to warm up actually. I wore my fleece because it was a little bit chilly when I started off. But I have forgotten one of the best rules of camping that I've recently heard. Oh, not camping, sorry. Best rules of walking that I've recently heard, which is start cold. That is phenomenal advice. I'm going up this footpath, which thank God it's not muddy, but it is a little bit soft. But luckily it's not too bad. I think if it had rained a little bit more, this path would be awful. So make sure if you do this walk, you do it while it's dry. Or sunny, at least. Okay, if you just get into walking and you don't have walking boots, I wouldn't recommend that path. Unless it's really dry. It's been sunny for days, then go ahead. But even I nearly slipped a couple of times. And it's also quite steep, as you can probably hear. I'm a little bit out of breath. I'm a little bit out of practice of going up. I've done a lot of walks recently, but not a lot of incline, which I need to get used to because we're doing the 3 peaks later this year, so more walks like this. I actually think I needed this as like a wake-up call because I'm out of breath and I've not done that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was steep, but it's not that high and we've still got more to go. So yeah, I think that's a big wake-up call for the 3 peaks. The view is stunning, but we're not even at the top yet. So I'll probably show you the view once we're up there. And yeah, they weren't lying about scenic view. Wow. Oh, look, there's that tower. So we were in those trees. There's that tower that we saw. Yeah, we were like over there. Oh yeah, there's the road. Would have been there. No, this is genuinely a really bad wake-up call that I need to get on some incline training, ready for the peaks, because like I'm okay, I'm doing it, but I am out of breath. It's quite pathetic. I used to do way more than this and I'd be okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm not like collapsing, I'm okay, but I don't think I should be this out of breath. Especially not someone who's doing the 3 peaks in a couple of months. So I expect to see a lot more incline walks on this channel because I need it. I really need it. I don't think we're going any higher than this though. I think the path just sort of levels out now. But oh my God. Like the hills over there, I don't know if you can see them very well. Like all of these over here. But then just look at the rest of this view. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a stunning spot. We still can't even see the cave. I think it's over where that ridge is. Over the hill and on the next hill up. I think it's there. I have bought a pepperami and a couple ginger nut biscuits. I know rogue snacks, but I do quite like both of them. I feel like ginger nut biscuits are quite underrated, so I might just stop here for one actually. The ground is a little bit damp, so I think I'm probably going to end up getting a wet arse, but you can't really complain that on a Monday I'm out doing this. It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. Jacket's gone, snacks had, I've recouped energy. Let's carry on. It probably wasn't the smartest thing anyway. I'm running on a coffee. I didn't actually have breakfast this morning. So coming out and doing a physical thing, I probably should have actually had something to eat. So now I've got a bit of fuel in the system, a bit of water, and we're ready to go. See, this is the thing, like, I don't think I'm super unfit, but I'm definitely not at the level I need to be to do the 3 peaks, so this was a wake-up call. Okay, coming up to a sty. Please don't tell, oh, it's sheep grazing. I thought that was going to say something about bulls, but just sheep, luckily. And just look at them. There's something off of a Microsoft wallpaper. Oh my god, what's that one doing? That's literally what my dog does. See, sheep don't really bother me like cows because they're just sort of doing their own thing and they move out of the way if you come. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, sometimes they get a little bit protective when they've got lambs, but for the most part, they're just very placid creatures. They just move out the way of you. So, and the path's only there anyway. Yeah, I was doing a walk the other morning. Got like a 10k in before work, just like around my local area. And I thought I'd go a different way, and I ended up coming across this cow field, and they were all literally on the other side of this path. And I thought, do I brave it? Do I not? So I tried braving it, and yeah, no. They like, I took a few steps into the field, and one of them started like scatting around, and I just ran back because I don't mess with cows. I love nature, I love this. Sheep, you're cool. But cows are a big no. So if you do this walk, it's a little bit tricky to see the path because there isn't really a path. I'm using all trails, so I can kind of navigate using that. But I assume we're heading, there's a gate on the other side, so you kind of just come in over diagonally. You'll be able to see the gate, so you won't get lost or anything like that in the sheep field. There doesn't look like too many other options where you can go either, so I really wouldn't worry about it. And yeah, there's a little gate, there's a metal gate and then a tiny little wooden gate next to it, so just head for that. That little lamb just said hi to me. Little baby lamb. What a cutie. Oh, I'm really sorry, little lambs, but I need to get to that gate. So if you wouldn't mind, well, you can move or you can stay. I'm not going to harm you. Are you staying? Yeah, you're staying. Yay! And then all I need is this gate. Thank you. Thank you, sheeps. Okay, so after heading out that gate, follow the wall, head straight down. I'm really hoping we don't have to go in that field because there's cows over there. But I vaguely remember this part from when I came with my mum and dad. Like just these like rolling hills that are absolutely stunning. I feel like I vaguely remember this, but okay. So we're walking through the farm. So now we're on the main road, if you can call it a road, I guess. So we're walking through here. Yeah, look, public footpath. Pointer. And then we'll follow this road round until we get sort of over there. Okay, I've gone around the road. I've just now realised I was supposed to go down that little path there, but I suppose it doesn't really make much of a difference. So, okay, sun is well and truly out now, and we're back on a road. I think it's like a private driveway just literally for that farm, so you're not going to encounter any cars or anything like that. But yeah, you just follow this road around for quite some time now, and I'll update you if we go off path. But this is absolutely stunning. I've also not come across a single person yet. There was a group of walkers right near the start, but they diverted somewhere else. And since I've come over the top, there's been no one. It's been absolutely lovely. Especially after having last weekend and last walking video done the walk around the White Cliffs. That was so touristy. There was just so many people everywhere. So it's just nice to come here and be so alone. The beauty of this walk is there's a bunch of footpaths that cut across the fields. And they essentially go to where we're going on the road, but it's just like a shortcut. So if you want to shorten the walk, you can easily do it. Just head over. Just genuinely, all trails. There's another app called Footpaths. Also, there's the OS map, the Ordnance Survey, I think it's called, mapped. You can get all them. Pretty much all of them you can use relatively free. There are paid versions, obviously, if you want to like access stuff offline and things like that. But a lot of them you can just draw your own routes, or even just while you're walking, you can go, okay, well that bit joins there and I need to get to there. You just use any of those apps. Not sponsored, but if any of those 3 apps are watching and want to sponsor me, then that would be phenomenal, because I'm promoting you quite a lot. Look at this. Like, look how stunning that is. The clouds in the background look so cool as well. But just like the openness of these hills. Wow. That is stunning. Oh my god. Okay, so we're still following the road down. There was a little bit of like a, do you go left or right? Just there, but just stay right. Keep following it down towards those hills that I've just shown you. I think we go up those. We're currently going down. We went all that way up for the viewpoint. This is now getting quite steep down. So I assume at some point we're then going to go back up and then back down and then probably back up to the Thor's cave, which I've still not even seen yet. And that's like the centerpiece of the walk. Does that make sense? Okay, we're coming to the end of the road. I assume, oh, unless it goes further down, it might just be a bend actually. But look at this roof. Just completely collapsed in. Yeah, here they are, the hills. We definitely go over there, because I remember when we came and did it, however many years ago, we started at the village, Wetton. I think it's pronounced Wetton, that's how it's spelt. So we started there and then came over, and then we probably went up and back. I don't know, to be honest, but I do remember these hills, because I remember being absolutely blown away by them. Oh yeah, the road curves around. I thought the road was coming to an end, but it just curves around. Okay, so once you come past the house, you'll come down here, the footpath here. So hopping onto another sheep field. I mean, it does not get much better than this. The staring contest of sheep. What's absolutely crazy is that house that I've just passed. Absolutely stunning. Got like a side garage. The gardens are just like absolutely just unbelievably beautiful. And it's for sale. Should we club together and buy that? Because imagine this being your front garden. I was correct. We're currently walking up this absolutely stunning path. It's so simplistic. There's no like crazy views, but at the same time you just feel so away from everything. Like, how can you be here stressing about money, or how can you be here stressed about what your friends did or you weren't invited to, or I don't know, just whatever worries you have in your brain. Are you really going to have them in a place like this? I think so. I think so. And that is the beauty of walking. I had a pretty low weekend. I don't know why, I just got stuck in this rut. I found myself doom scrolling on TikTok or Twitter. My like usage time on my phone was up like way more than it normally is. But I'm not thinking about any of that now, because of how nice this is. And I called it. Going down means we must come back up. And we are heading up. It's another steep bit, but it's good. It's good trading. This is what we need. This is absolutely what we need. How am I an hour away from my house? Not even 50 minutes if I hadn't come in rush hour. Unbelievable. I find these so cool. It's little like doors for the sheep to come through. So if they're over there, and when I come over here, we've got a little door. How adorable. So now we're following this path, and this will take us straight into Wetton, if that's how you say it. Once again, apologies if I butchered your town. It's a very small town, so I doubt anybody watching is actually part of this, but yeah, don't go over that bit. Whew. Go through this gate. I think I'll double check once I'm through, but I'm pretty certain that this is the way. And then we go straight over there. We've worked our way over that field, and then we've just come up a little bit. This walk just keeps on giving. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Oh wow, that's a look. Jesus. I just find it so weird, like how all these fields are sectioned off. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me. Sectioned off for what? It's got to have a use, surely. But they're all just grass. Unless they're owned by different people. Which is probably the case, but... Okay, we just went through a little sheep grazing gate. I don't know if that's the correct term for it, but this is like a little quarry type bit, which is very interesting. Oh my god. That was a very thin gap. But right, I think we're heading into a bit more of the town now, and then we'll head, essentially we've gone past the cave, and then we come back on ourselves to go back down. So I think the main sort of viewpoints are done now. Now we're heading down to the cave, but yeah, this is the town. A very small, remote little village. Not that I would not complain if I lived there. So yeah, we're heading into the village, and you've just got to keep following this road. It will just bend round. You'll be able to see it on the map that I've put at the beginning of this video, but I'm sure living in villages like this have its downsides because of how secluded it is. But just look at like the buildings, just like the craftsmanship behind all the brickwork and everything. If I wasn't bothered about living far away from like family and friends, I'd just absolutely love to get a house in a place like this and just do nothing, like retire up here or go on walks. Maybe if this channel becomes like a successful thing, I'll piss off into the middle of nowhere and just do different walks, film the walks, write my book, read books. By the way, the route becomes really easy now because there are signs everywhere that point you to Thor's Cave. There's Thor's Cave parking. Maybe there's an actual car park for it and I just completely neglected that. Okay, so we're actually crossing the road and going down this little footpath down here, and I think it should be really straightforward from here. For a second I thought we were going to have to go in this field here full of cows, but luckily there's a path. That's the thing, I think this route is really like, it's really easy to follow, it's just, the views are incredible, but I can see how certain parts of this, if it had been raining or if it was a different time of the year, would just be absolutely like mud baths. That hill, going up that hill, I was slipping after it had rained for one day yesterday. If it was the winter and it hadn't as like dried out or been dried out previously, oh my god, imagine having to walk through that. So many cows. So many cows. There's people who've joined the Discord. I've got a walking channel in the Discord. And they're like, yeah, you just walk through the cows. No, don't mess with cows. People die by cow every year. More people die from cows than they do sharks. You're probably a friendly boy. Oh, you are quite cute actually. Oh, here. I still won't want you running at me. No offence, mate. Oh, he took offence to that. The way he looked at me, he's like, you what, motherfucker? Like, he is kind of cute. When they're on that side of the wall, they're cute. So I actually think that peak that I spoke about earlier is actually Thor's cave. And I think we have to go. You can see some people doing it now. I think you have to go over. I think you have to go like over that ridge and then down into the cave. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I think we're now like 6k, maybe 7k. So once we get to there, you then got to go all the way down and then along. We're basically joined back onto that stream or the river that we were on at the beginning. Follow that all the way back to that that little cafe, and then I reckon we have a celebratory sweet treat for hitting 1,000 subscribers. Again, I can't thank you all enough for that. Absolutely crazy. The support on these videos means so much to me. Like, you don't even understand it. Yeah. Thank you very much, and I hope you continue to enjoy these videos and we can continue to explore places like this together. Hopefully, over time, maybe this channel gets like monetized, and then I can dedicate more time to it, and it can be like that's not the plan for this channel. This channel was just a passion project. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to neglect the fact that if this can be something that I can do and make money off of, what a dream, what an actual dream. So thank you for making that dream just get slightly close to becoming a reality. I appreciate and love you all for watching. I see the staircase that we have to go up. This is not how I thought this was going to go. Okay, so this isn't actually to Thor's cave. Thor's cave you go down. This is just a viewpoint. I'm still going to go see the viewpoint though. I can't not. Wetton? Or is it Wheaton? Wheatoon? Wetton? I don't know, I'll go with Wetton. We're in the cave. It just keeps going back. Like, it's a proper cave. But look at that view that you get from it. If people did live here, they had a hell of a good view. Wow. Okay, cave complete. That was so cool. That was a lot deeper than I realised it was. When we came, we just saw the outside and then left because Freddie was going crazy. So yeah, maybe don't bring a dog unless you've got a calm dog who's okay with heights. But yeah, now walk through this woodland bit back down to the path, and then we'll follow the stream along to the car. Okay, we are now down, we're on the path. You can see where we just were, up in the cave. And now I think it's literally just this proper path all the way back to the car. I think. In which case, it's kind of nice. It's a nice ending this way, because you get to end on some flat. I was reading a little bit on the trail, because on all trails it gives you like a description, and someone wrote, I think, the history of this, and this is an old well, what used to be a railway line to Thor's Cave, because they wanted to bring tourists around. I think it was open in like 1903 up until 1932, I wanted to say it said. It was quite popular apparently, but it just became a bit more too expensive to run essentially. So they closed it down, and then they've obviously tarmacked it so that now people like us can walk along it and enjoy it still. But yeah, I do quite like, even though I'm not massive on history, I do like learning about the places that I'm walking around. Like, even if it's just little facts like that. Also, quite interestingly, the stream should be down here, but there is no water in it at all. So I think because of how hot it's been recently in the UK, there's just no water. Like, there's just nothing. It's just rocks. You'll have seen when I went over that bridge, there was nothing. So yeah, a little bit interesting, that one. But yeah, old railway line, if I could say it right. We're on the home stretch. I always find it funny the level of like hikers and like what gear people are wearing. Like when I was walking all the way up them hills, everyone I saw was in like proper walking gear, backpacks. Now on this path, not that I'm judging, because if you're out and about, brilliant, even if it's for 10-20 minutes. But you can tell that some people have parked where I parked and just walked along this path for 20 minutes to go see the cave. It's just the different levels. But like I say, we don't judge. If you're out and about, then I rate that. It's better than sitting inside all day, especially on a day like this. I know we've had a few like cloudy patches over this walk, but my God, the sun, when it's out, it's the perfect temperature. Like, it's sort of a mild, I want to say like bordering 2021. So it's hot, but there's a breeze, the sun goes in every so often, gives you a little chance to cool down. It's perfect walking weather, absolutely perfect. Perfect, I think, for a cup of tea and a cake at that coffee place. Coffee? Cafe. Cafe. Also, now we're near the end, let me know if you have liked me filming on the phone. I normally film on the camera, and it's not like a proper camera. It is like a sort of handheld thing. But there's kind of something about using the phone that I quite like. It feels very natural, and I can like move it around a lot more and flip it around, and I can angle it a bit easier, and I can zoom in on stuff if I see stuff from afar, or I don't know. You'll have to let me know if you prefer the normal look of them, because they're a bit more steadier, because obviously normally you don't get this like sort of wobble and shake as I'm walking, which might be a little bit off-putting for some people. But yeah, genuinely curious to see what your feedback is, because maybe we just do it on phones from now on. I don't know. Even this path though, the scenery, like the colours and the flowers at the side, the hills going up next to you. You can see why people just park there and do this little walk. It is still absolutely stunning. Okay, we've left the footpath, went out on the road. If you come out of there, you can go, to be honest, they all kind of lead in the same place. There's one there, there's one here. They all lead in the same place. I just went on the second one because it's a little bit wider. So if a car comes on the road, I can just hop up there. So yeah, there is parking dotted around. So I think I actually picked the right spot. It was just dead. I think when I get back to my car, there's going to be a lot of other cars parked next to me. That's what I am predicting. But we shall see. Look at these like faces. Is that what they're called? Rock faces, hill faces, side of a hill. Let me know. I really want to learn more about like nature and terminology and stuff like that, so let me know. It is slightly worrying how dry these are. I mean, ignore the tractor going past. I might be wrong. These might always just be dry, but I doubt it. And in which case, we are a serious struggle of some water. Is that another cave? Hold up. Oh, that's Namtor Cave. That's next to the cafe. So we know we're close now. If this place does scones with jam and cream, oh please, that would go down a treat right about now. It's not quite a scone, but it is coffee and Biscoff cake and a latte. And look at this. This coffee and Biscoff cake is actually unreal. What a way to end the walk. And I'll probably end the video there and enjoy the rest of my cake and my coffee. So thank you very much for joining me for this walk. It's been absolutely beautiful. And I'll see you for next time's adventure. My peaceful cake has been ruined because these ducks are trying to get some. Go away.